Hello and welcome to Animal Adventures: The Secrets of Gullet Cove, the first live actual play from Steamforged Games. We've got 4 players with us here today, ready to undertake a perilous mission into the heart of the slightly sinister and very friendly city of Gullet Cove. So we have the mighty Charlotte Cloud.
Hello.
We have the majestic Jamie Giblin.
Hello.
We have the marvellous Christina Ruiz.
Hello.
And we have the magnificent Russ Charles.
Hi.
So if you just want to tell us a little bit about your characters, we'll start with you, Charlotte, and then we'll get down to it.
Okay, I'm Eduardo. I'm a lovable rogue. I will headbutt you, but you might want to check your pockets afterwards because chances are something pretty valuable would have gone.
Right, I am Roger, a fighter. I awakened late in life and occasionally forget that I can actually speak and will just growl at people instead.
Which could get interesting.
Yeah.
I am Danira, a warlock, and I promise I'm not as evil as I look.
And I'm playing Bartholomew, who is a basset hound bard, and I just want to make everybody happy.
No.
So that's the voice we're going with.
That's the voice. It's
That's the
on.
voice. Good to know. Just get that in
Good
early.
for us.
Okay, so as you can see, if you look at the close-up, we've got the 4 adventurers standing outside the opening to one of Gullet Cove's many smuggling tunnels. This is on the cliffs. So as you've set up your tents and set up your fire, you can feel the wind from the sea whipping over you. And how did you get here? That's a good question. Basically, you have been asked to go and recover the remains of what was apparently a well-planned smuggling expedition, which has not returned with the goods it was meant to. You've been employed by the mysterious Master Petifer, who runs Petifer's Emporium in Gullet Cove. He is an old, slightly wizened cat with a remarkable collection of objects in his shop, which is slightly bigger on the inside than it really should be. And he's asked you to go up to these cliffs and just to see if you can find what he paid good gold for.
Gotcha.
So, what are you doing?
I'll have a little sniff around, see if I can get the sense of anybody who's been here previously. Do we know how long ago, roughly, it was that this expedition took place?
3 or 4 days?
Oh, okay, so probably wouldn't be able to smell that much. But I'll give it a go.
Okay, so roll me an intelligence test.
Alright, so I have a curse of rolling 2s, and I've rolled a 2. And my intelligence, where have you gone? Yeah, I get a 2.
A 2.
I
Remarkably
told you I
enough,
awakened late in life.
there is there's no way you can work out what's been there. But you are fairly sure this is where they came in, and this is the tunnel they were going to use to lead their way into the town.
I wonder if we should maybe go into that dark tunnel and have a look around. I mean, we don't have to. That fire looks quite nice. I could cook us some food as well. I don't mind. Whatever you want to do.
There clearly are inside, aren't there? I think we should just go.
Yeah, I think, we need to have a look around. There might be something valuable in there.
I'm going to follow my nose.
Right, okay.
Straight into the tunnel.
Okay, straight into the mouth of the dark tunnel. Okay. Unsurprisingly, it is cold, it is damp, and it is very, very dark. Who has torches or anything like that?
No.
I'm going to say that I've got a lamp.
Oh,
Lovely.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to scramble my pack off my back and tease it open with my teeth, get the lamp out, and then pull the little cord on the side that sparks the little flint that gets the lamp going.
Beautiful. Okay, so the place in front of you is less unpleasant and uninhabitable than you might have thought. It actually bears in certain places the marks of having been built. You can see little bits of crumbling architecture, and even in some places kind of incised writing in the rock.
That's very... Oh, hang on a minute. I put that down. Can someone tie that onto the back of my pack, please? Thank you. Right, I'll get that shoved onto my back.
Yep.
Well, that's a bit of a turn up, isn't it? I thought this was just going to be a cave.
Brilliant. So, does anybody recognise the writing?
I'll have a close look at the writing, see if it triggers any thoughts, any
You certainly can.
associations. What am I rolling? Is it intelligence?
Possibly perception.
Okay.
Or yeah, probably intelligence, history, something like that.
Well, I've rolled a 6, and for either of those skills, I have a mighty +1. So I suspect it's all a bit of a blur.
Not enough. It does look a little bit like a language you've seen before, but you can't remember what it is.
So I just push him a bit, go to the text, and be like, let me try.
You can stand on my shoulders if it helps.
I think it's not going to be necessary.
Okay.
So 12 plus minus 1, 11.
We're amazing.
What a team!
Yeah, you have slightly better luck than poor Bartholomew. You think it's an ancient form of Elvish.
Clearly looks like some kind of elvish writing.
Oh, that's really clever. Well done.
And you all know that the city, well, the town of Gullet Cove is built on ancient Elvish ruins. There was some great forgotten city here, which, for some reason that nobody has yet been able to find out, including the elves who do not speak of it, collapsed and was ruined. But there are certain remnants of this ancient city still evident if you know where to look, and apparently you've stumbled into one.
Excellent.
Can I roll history?
Please do. What are you aiming to find out?
What happened in the place?
Okay, yeah.
So 11 and another lovely -1, 10.
You vaguely remember stories of some kind of dark magic that the elves were attempting to weaponize. It's all kind of half-heard stories, things you vaguely recollect from your childhood amongst all those books, but you're not entirely sure what the actual result was beyond the place falling down around their ears.
Looks like it has been some black magic around here long time ago. Why everyone have to try to play with dark magic?
Well, I think the only real thing to do is just keep on going down. Okay, feet, come on.
So there's lichen clinging to these walls. There's a constant sound of dripping water. And the deeper you get, the darker it gets. You feel the darkness closing in around you as though it was a living thing. And your lamp is only just keeping it at bay, really. You're feeling quite claustrophobic. And then somebody roll me a perception test.
Everyone, right?
Everybody's welcome to roll,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
15.
15 as well.
15, 2 15s, excellent. Rolling slightly better now.
Yeah.
9.
9,
10.
10. Okay, so
Dogs.
our two-
dogs.
Team dogs.
Team dog.
Team dogs spot the glint of light on broken glass. There's something ahead of you in the darkness that's clearly been broken, smashed down there.
Roger, can you see that?
See what?
If you look over there, there's like some glass or something.
Is it shiny?
Yeah.
It's
Excellent.
very shiny.
Fantastic. Let's go and have a look.
Okay, so you proceed over, and as the light
It's like-
slowly
All four of us.
slowly spreads out, pooling in the darkness, you see a smashed lantern. In fact, 3 smashed lanterns.
I'm going to sniff, because if they've broken recently, then the lantern oil should be quite strong, and if it's been longer, it should have faded. So can I make a...
Be another perception, I think.
Cool. Do I get advantage because I'm using my nose and I'm a dog? Is that a thing?
No.
Oh, well. It was worth a try. Not that I need it, because that's an 18.
18. Okay, you immediately get the scent of lamp oil, but it's lamp oil that's evaporated slightly. It's been here a couple of days. What you can also smell very, very strongly is rat.
I shall convey this to my companions. I think we had better be very, very careful. And I think we probably need to move really, really quickly.
Could you be, like, more specific?
Okay. So, I think that if we don't hurry, then there's quite a strong chance that we might get...
Bang! There's a sound out in the darkness. A loud sound, something like a low bellow, a moan. A sound of something falling.
Roger! Go, go, go!
Where are you going?
Towards the bang,
Into the darkness.
into the darkness,
Without a lamp.
without a lamp.
I
The
will
good
ca-
mother
I
needs
will
me to go there.
I will cast light on Roger's hat as he runs away.
Okay. So suddenly, this hat, this beautiful hat, explodes into it explodes into iridescent light.
The good mother.
I got you, good buddy, I got you!
Thank you, Bartholomew.
Where'd you go, Leon?
Okay, you disappear into the gloom, carrying on your head this beacon of
See
light.
this floating hat?
What are the rest of you doing?
I speed after him.
You're going after
Yes.
Roger?
Be safe, guys! And run after them.
You're going after... Okay, so you're basically a long string now of cats and dogs running down a corridor. None of them knowing where they're going. None of them really knowing where the others
To
are.
all of them. Stop!
I suppose I better run after everybody else. And I'll very slowly start to trot.
Pick the candle.
Okay, so we'll start with the person in the lead, the effervescent Roger. Okay, you reach kind of a fork in this winding tunnel. This noise you think came from the left, but from the right there is a very, very strong scent. A scent, something like meat.
So, I'm gonna stop the fork
Are you gonna start banging after
and
him?
then, like, just to start like going in circles for a little bit, allowing these two to catch up with me. But can I make a perception check to see if I can smell what type of meat it is?
Yes, you can.
18.
18. Okay, it is. You're pretty confident. Cow. Beef. In large quantities as well.
It would be rude not to go and have a snack.
Okay, so you're going to the right.
Yes.
Okay. You bound down to the
Yeah.
right. Eduardo, you turn up soon after, and you're
Yes.
confronted by the same choice.
So, considering the bang has already passed, and the fact that I'm dexterous enough to be pretty confident that I can jump out of the way of most things, I'm going to check that out. That sounds interesting.
You're going
The other way.
the other way. Mm-hmm. Okay. Soon afterwards, a third animal
So
arrives and is confronted by the same decision.
I'm not as evil as I look, so I'm gonna try to roll perception to see if I know where my teammates go.
Okay.
And I go 14.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the clear, enthusiastic footprints of a dog who thinks he smelled a meal, and then the slightly more cautious, trepidatious footprints of a cat heading off to the left, investigating and seeing if they can find any gold.
Well, so I wait for him. And when he finally arrives, I turn around.
Oh, hello.
Finally. And
My legs are like 4 inches long.
well, we've been in this cave like 15 minutes.
It's 15,000 steps for me to get this far.
Well, see, he's got a Fitbit on.
I think we got a small, tiny problem.
Oh, what's that?
Each one of them have got through different routes.
Oh, they've split up.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a problem, isn't it?
So, which path would you rather get? I go through the mid one.
I will sniff.
You're going
Yeah,
through the meat one.
I don't wait
Okay.
anymore. I go through the mid one.
Oh,
Let's go.
what a okay. I'll follow Tanira.
Okay. So, poor old Eduardo's alone in the dark. With no light. just your senses to rely on.
Yep, just my keen sense of sight and my curiosity.
Okay.
Isn't there a saying? Not curiosity.
I'm pretty sure it's curious cats are fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
I'm sure
Curiosity rewarded the cat with great.
Yeah.
with gold. Lots
Golden
of
experience
gold.
points. Okay. You proceed deeper into the darkness. You can see almost nothing, even with, your eyes, which are essentially designed to be able to allow you to see in the darkness, to absorb all the light they can. It is pitch black in here. You feel that the place is opening up, that you're going from a kind of small passage into something larger and grander, but you're not sure what it is. Roll me a perception test.
Oh, that's not going to get me anywhere. That's 5.
5. Okay. In that case, you hear nothing. It's like it's perfectly peaceful and quiet in there. You could definitely curl up and have a nap. There's
However-
definitely no kind of hideous monstrosity hiding in the darkness.
Do you know what? I'm lucky. I'm feeling very lucky. I'm going to re-roll.
Okay, that's your cat ability.
Yeah, good
So
luck,
That's
Kat,
your one re-roll
for the entire
for-
game.
until you long rest. Yeah.
I really don't want to die this early on.
Probably wise. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll.
Okay. Hold your breath, everybody.
Score 1.
What was it?
It was 20.
Oh, a natural 20. Okay. In that case, the hairs, I mean, you've got a lot of them on your back of your neck, but these ones are standing up particularly fiercely at the moment. And you feel something coming towards you, and you leap out of the way just at the last moment.
Lucky cat.
And you feel the spray of sort of dirt and stones, smash against your side as you roll out of the way. And you hear this strange sort of hissing noise from somewhere in the darkness. Let's get back to Hungry Roger and his followers.
Team sausage.
Okay, the tunnel doesn't open up. It continues down and down and down and down and down, and the smell is getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Just
Starting to slather a little bit.
okay. So you stumble into this slight opening in the cave, and in there are just barrels and barrels and barrels of what clearly is beef.
Treasure!
Because the smell,
Treasure! I found it!
pouring off them. What are you doing?
Are any open?
No, they're all firmly shut.
Okay, well, I'm gonna sniff around some more because I'm just enjoying this whole trip right now. Nothing bad could possibly happen here. So I'm just gonna keep sniffing. I'm gonna try and find any sort of barrel that I can break or potentially move myself to like roll over.
Okay, cool.
So I'm just gonna keep moving around the room, checking each barrel.
So you two stumble into this cornucopia.
Oh, I will salivate as a minor action. And then I will get a hold of myself and I will look on the containers for any markings, writing, or anything that might give us a clue as to why they're there or where they were headed from, how they fit into all of this.
Okay. And what are you doing, Daenerys?
I start shouting both of them. You two stupid dogs! We have already lost someone! This meat is not gonna go anywhere by itself. We can come back later.
So we know who's got the brains in this party. Right. Oh. Right. So you roll me a perception test, I think, probably still.
Yeah, that would be 5.
Okay. Even on such a low roll, you can't miss the large letters stamped on the side,
Okay.
which just say Pettifers.
Right. Okay.
However, you also know that Master Pettifer does not sell meat. He's not a greengrocer's
Okay.
or a butcher's. So it's quite unusual for him to have a large number of barrels with his name on it, which all contain beef. That is all you get, however.
A good question for another time.
There aren't any barrels, but you do come across some very obvious footprints that don't look entirely human.
To be fair, neither do any of
No,
ours.
yeah.
No, that is true. But they also don't look like dogs or cats. They're definitely not your footprints.
Yeah.
Are they human-sized?
Yes, they are.
Can we just, like, one moment, have a sniff, like, just examine them, smell them, see if we can get anything off them before we go and find out how badly messed up Eduardo is.
Make me a roll.
I'm super tempted to inspire myself, but I think I'm going to hold off until we're in real trouble. And 17, not bad.
So not bad
Was
at
this a
all.
perception check?
Yes.
Well, I will assist to give you, with my assistance dog, to go over help you as a bonus action, but you gain advantage on perception
Okay.
checks.
So 17.
Okay. It's a smell you've not come across before, and it is something like human mixed with rat. It's almost as though there was a blend of the two.
It's a human that ate a rat.
It's a rat that ate a human.
Oh, amazing.
That's why we need to pick the other cat.
Yeah.
Where is Eduardo?
Oh, wait. Did you say he went the other way?
Would I say that?
I don't know. I seem to recall.
Yes.
You should probably lead us that way then.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Just before we leave, is there anything else in the room, like any other doors or entrance, or is just this?
There is another passage leading out further down. That's all you can see.
We should definitely regroup before we go any further.
So
Okay.
let's go to pick Eduardo, and maybe we can come back later. I promise you, it's not gonna go anywhere. The meat is not gonna go anywhere. Is that for you?
Okay.
That seems like a very reasonable idea.
Okay, back in the darkness, Eduardo is hearing truly terrifying sounds. A weird snuffling, this kind of ominous growl, and what is almost certainly something very large and very heavy stamping around in the darkness. What are you doing?
I think I'm dashing around, just looking for any signs of light, looking to move away from the thudding sounds as well, but not too far away. I want to be able to still hear, but not be in the pathway of whatever this is.
Okay. Make me a wisdom save.
Where am I? Wisdom. Okay.
So yeah, just
No
roll me a
bonus to
d20
it.
and
That's
Nope, that's the wrong guy.
That's how confident you are.
Should have taken the D12.
Yeah.
Much better roll.
what did
Yeah.
you get?
No, I got a 5 and I don't have any bonuses to it.
Okay. So you can't find the exit, but what you do come across is something that feels very unpleasantly squishy beneath your feet.
Oh, that's not nice. Right. What's behind me? Can I find the exit if I was to say, do you know what? This doesn't seem like gold.
I will allow you to make another wisdom save.
All
Basically, you're trying to kind of retrace your footsteps, but you've been running around in the darkness, so I think you're going to need to really draw on your reserves of natural cunning.
Right, gotta feel wise. Ah, that's even worse.
Less wise.
I'm even dumber this time.
Wisdom
Okay.
fading.
What's happened now is that you're so disorientated by treading on this horrible, soft, squelchy stuff,
Does not feel good on my cat
and
paws.
it doesn't smell nice either.
Oh,
That you kind of almost run into a wall,
oh.
and you are just sort of alone in the dark, and you're feeling very, very sorry for yourself.
There's only one thing for this, really. Yowl. 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 Yowl.
Hopefully
And
we
that is-
can hear that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you can. Unfortunately, so can the shapeless,
Oh, no.
terrifying form in the darkness, which you suddenly hear, just as it's been sort of crashing around. Suddenly, there's an acute sense of focus. You can almost hear it suddenly fix on your location. But at that point, 3 rescuers enter the room
With the glowing hat of destiny.
with the glowing hat of destiny and the lamp of obvious locatability. What are you doing?
Right, okay. Do we get a moment to take the situation in?
Yes, you do.
What do we see?
You see what looks like the kind of point at which an ancient, crumbling city meets a sewer entrance.
Okay.
And you also see a very unhappy Eduardo sitting on, let's be honest, a large pile of filth, yowling, and then somewhere a little way away, where the shadows are too thick for your light to pierce it, even for the Hat of Destiny to pierce, you see an enormous, ominous shape slowly walking towards you.
I will glance at what the others are doing and then rush towards Eduardo on the grounds that we're better as a group than as a strung out collection of individuals.
Pack mentality is going to take over. And
Yeah.
run along with him.
Okay?
So what I do is turn to Eduardo and tell you, are you happy with the treasure you have found?
Ow!
Is this what you were looking for?
I'm covered in filth. I hate this. I made the wrong decision. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I might do it again.
Totally going to do it.
Awesome.
Careful.
Watch
Okay,
out for the
so-
fireball because you've got some burns.
After being heartily scolded by her friends, what is Eduardo doing?
There's only one thing for it. I'm having a big bath.
Okay, so apparently nobody cares about the shambling monster. gradually making its way towards you. But you know, you guys, you do you.
Okay.
I think, can we... So we can't see from where we are, we can't see what it is. Can we judge
Just know
how
it's
far
a
away
thing.
it might be?
50 feet to this point. And getting closer.
Okay.
I'm not sure I likes the look of this.
Might have to draw my rapier.
Yeah, I think it's about time we draw weapons. Grab my scimitar.
Okie dokie.
Well,
So
I draw my teeth, because that's what I fight with.
You are a bard.
I am a bard.
Fight with words.
Yes.
okay. So no one's thinking about running away, right? Fair
I'm getting
enough.
ready. Getting ready.
It is a fair point.
It is a very fair
We
point.
do know where there's a lot of meat.
Everybody make me a
Does that mean-
dexterity save.
Oh,
Oh,
hey.
That's fine. 20, but not.
21.
5.
10.
Okay. So, it's a huge ball of muck and grime erupts out of the darkness. Clearly, this thing has kind of been running its fingers through this deep cesspit of grime and has balled it up like you do with a snowball and has just hurled it at you. You two leap out of the way with what can only be described as great elan. You are hit for 2 points of damage as this horrible sort of manure slaps you straight in the face. And you are hit for 1 point of damage because you made 10 and only took half. You kind of half got out of the way and your back half was pelted with this icky morass. Okay. Are you running? Are you staying?
Running.
Running?
I think running.
Running, yeah.
Okay.
Let's clear out. Oh, no.
What are you doing?
I stay.
Oh.
Okay, so 3 of you have run off into the darkness.
As soon as Bartholomew notices that Daenerys not running, I'm not going to leave one of our party behind, so I'll screech to a halt and sort of trot back. What's going on?
We've stopped.
Yeah.
Well, I've stopped. I'm starting to make my way
I've
back as
stopped
well.
also, yeah.
So I recompose myself between all this filthiness. Sorry, and just go with them.
Okay. Right, okay. That was
a moment.
That was a moment. So, you scurry away into the passage with tails quite literally tucked between your legs, and you hear from behind you this howl of frustration, but you are safely away. Possibly because the thing chasing you is not big enough to fit into the tunnel you just went through.
Good.
So, are you heading back towards...
Tunnel's not big enough for the creature.
Sorry, yes. You know what I meant. You're heading back to the meat cave?
Yes.
100% we're heading back to the meat cave.
Okay. Okay, you get
On the
there.
way, we will regale Eduardo with the fabled legend of this place
so
that we
much.
discovered.
Okay. You make it back intact, and you emerge again into the cave. And something has changed. There are torches lit in here now. And there are definitely fewer barrels than there were.
You said it wouldn't get up and walk out on its own, and look what's happened now.
Liar! She's got it.
I think that's a bit of a stretch, to be fair. Okay, no. I know this is upsetting, but we can work through it.
Okay.
You and me.
Yeah?
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll be okay, Roger. We'll be okay.
Okay.
Right. Is anybody hurt?
No.
Look, emotionally. The meat's gone.
Emotionally
Well,
covered in filth.
no, you're actually literally covered in filth. I mean, you may be emotionally covered in filth as well. It's not for me to judge. I'm,
Bartholomew's a therapy dog now.
I was going to say I can give extra healing out, but only if we stop and take a short rest. And I don't think anyone's injured enough for it to be worthwhile. Shall we explore that other passageway?
Yes, yeah.
So as you're heading towards it, the exit passageway from your hallowed temple of
Meat.
beef barrels, you hear voices from far off, high chittering voices.
It's those rats that ate the humans.
Yeah, we didn't tell you about that, did we? Oh my goodness, you'll never believe. And then I don't say anything else about it. I'll keep moving. Should we keep moving? Actually, why don't we send Eduardo to sneak down there, and I'll inspire you so you can move as silently as possible.
That sounds good. It does sound like it's got smugglers written all over it.
It does. Right.
Yeah, because when alone last time was really wise.
It will be here this time.
This time it's group sanctioned.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Bartholomew will now perform a small inspirational poem that he has written about Eduardo. A poem about a cat by Bartholomew the Bard. Silent and ginger and slick, his claws just as sharp as his wit. His clothes are in tatters, but when it matters, Eduardo will strike double quick. And he'll give you 1d6 inspiration, which you can roll when you make your next roll on top of your d20.
Okay, so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, thank you. I'll be here all week.
Try the polenta. So,
Try a beef barrel.
Eduardo creeps down the passageway. Are you doing anything to, make yourself even smaller and even less noticeable?
Just trying to think what I heard.
It's a good job you're already covered in filth.
Yeah, so
Yes,
you'll be rolling.
that's true.
You'll be rolling your stealth test. I'm just meaning, how are you going to press yourself against the wall? Are you going to try and crawl up it a bit? So maybe you've got a bit of height hanging over the top. Cats really don't kind of adhere to the laws of gravity.
No, absolutely. Clinging to the walls is a very good plan, and being able to peek over things would be a benefit. So, yeah, I scale the walls using my light on pause ability, as well as just my natural dexterity as a cat.
Fantastic. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
And you can make that with your 1d6 inspiration as well if you want.
What's it again? Sorry.
You tell me. So it's stealth test. So if you look on your skills, you've got stealth.
Ooh,
So roll that.
I don't think I really need the d6 in it.
Say that.
Say that, yeah.
Very, very
Okay.
risky.
Storing it for later. No, doesn't need it.
No,
What was that?
that's 16 already, and then I've got 7 on top of it.
Okay, so you are like
23.
a veritable ghost. You move with speed and absolute silence, and as you do, you're crawling sort of halfway along the wall, along the ceiling, and you see 2 hooded figures, both clutching torches, and they're standing there having an argument.
Okay.
Which is what you heard. Clearly, they've been moving barrels because there's a barrel in front of them. They've been hefting it between them, and you can't see a huge amount of the faces, but you can see they're kind of human-sized, and they walk mostly like humans, but their faces are far too pointy and slightly furred. You think, and it's a little difficult to see because the torchlight's flickering, obviously on the fur, and you can hear them saying things like, "Quick! We must get it to the master. We must take it to the master, or he will be cross with us." And the other one is sort of arguing, saying, "Why don't we take it for ourselves? We could sell it, make lots of money. We don't need the master, do we?"
Okay. This sounds like very useful information for everyone to know. Are they doing very much apart from making this decision on whether to take them for themselves or take them to the master?
No, they're kind of halfway between an argument and a conversation at this point, back and forth, trying to work out what's the best plan. They're very much involved in the conversation.
Okay. I think I need to tell the others.
Okay, great. So you sneak back, and the others are there waiting. I assume Roger's pouring impatiently at one of the barrels.
So the news is, guys, if you want beef, now's your time.
Everyone heard him say that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But
Because it's going to be gone fairly soon.
Why?
They're taking it out.
who?
Oh.
These people with very long noses. Very strange looking people.
Shifty beef nappers.
Beef nappers.
Can I roll to see if I know anything that could sound like that?
A
Like,
beef
have I ever, no beef napper.
Yeah, you've definitely never heard of shifty beef nappers.
People with long noses.
I think I found the name of my next character though.
Long-nosed beef fans.
You certainly can make me. Probably.
Nature?
Yeah, nature would do.
8.
No, not a clue. Nothing doing on that one, I'm afraid.
Right. Well, I
What's
mean,
the plan?
well, a heinous crime is currently being committed, and I think it stands to reason that we need to intercept and rescue that poor, defenseless beef.
So I put my paw on Rogue. I know you are upset for the meat.
Uh-huh.
I know you want to go for the meat.
Uh-huh.
Can we this time
Huh?
group together?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Will we all go then?
Yeah.
Okay,
Should
so
we sneak down or should we just
what's
rush him?
your-
I think we need to evade capture, so if we try and be as quiet as possible, I'd recommend that.
As
Without
quiet
good-
as a pack of dogs and cats.
glowing hat. You want me to extinguish
Yeah,
that?
turn my hat
Okay,
off.
I'll turn the hat off and I'll shutter my lantern.
Okay.
Because there's torches lit though, isn't there? So
There are
this-
torches now, yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so I'm going to need a full round of stealth tests. Rack them up.
Ooh,
Stealth was better than I expected, but
my stealth's incredibly good for an old basset hound. I got a 24.
oh
I
wow!
assume you're moving so slowly, you're like dragged.
Yes.
You're basically invisible.
I'm completely invisible.
Completely invisible.
I'm just
'cause you're-
eating a bag of chips
Yeah.
in the corner.
I got 13.
13,
10.
10.
So I've got a nice ability called Life in the Shadow that gives me +2 to a stealth. I've got 3 points of a stealth, so that makes 5. +2, that makes 7.
Clumsy cat.
Okay.
I'm going to change the
So,
dice.
Eduardo and Bartholomew move with the kind of grace you'd expect of trained and entirely accustomed spies. You've done all this before. Easy, easy, easy. You are a little louder, and you are positively clumsy. But fortunately, the two arguing over the barrels are kind of a little bit too involved to fully notice you. So they stop for a moment and look behind them. So make me a dexterity test, see if you manage to leap into cover before they see you.
11.
Just enough. They might catch a glimpse of something, but they're not sure what it is and they don't really feel like investigating.
Was that something? I don't know. We have to get the barrels out of here. It doesn't matter what it is. Grab the barrel, we move now.
They're go
I
on.
use reedcraft and I make a noise at the other point of the room.
Okay. What kind of noise? What are you doing?
Something falling.
Okay, this makes them jump.
Are we trapped? Are there enemies? Has the master found out about our plan?
And then they pick up the barrel and start edging forward, looking behind them now, panicky.
But I make it in the other direction.
They're trapped. They don't want to go back.
Yeah, is their
Towards
attention
us?
focused on us or
No, what's ahead of them?
So if we
So we're creeping up behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, obviously we didn't discuss any kind of plan before we got to this point, but this seems like as good a moment as any, so I'm going to suddenly shout, "For the beef!" and dive forward into combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is everybody following?
Get
Yep.
caught up in the hullabaloo. Oh! Here we go.
Right, fantastic. Okay, so as you emit this rallying cry for all carnivores everywhere,
For all ages.
the two figures whirl around in surprise, clutching their torches, and give a bellow of sort of fear and rage at being surprised like this. And you can see that they are humanoid rats, about 5.5 feet tall, their faces elongated into snouts with sharp teeth and evil black eyes. And they are staring at you, and they are not happy to see you. So, roll initiative, please. So, what did
Bartholomew got a 12.
Bart got a 12? Roger?
13.
13 for Roger. Eduardo?
8.
Got an 8.
13.
13 for Danilo. Oh, we're at number 1. Got a 16. And the second one got a 14.
Got the jump on us.
We need
So,
to steal their dice, forget me.
While you surprised them, in terms of you being there, you were too far away to make the most of that action.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So they are ready for you by the time you arrive, and they are not especially happy about it. So, the first one is going to swing at Bartholomew, given that you led
Led
this
the charge. Yeah.
with his
Ears flapping, jowls
Flapping
going.
in the wind.
Yeah.
with his short sword. That is a 23.
Yes, that hits me.
Okay. And that is a 1d6 plus 2. 7 damage.
Oh boy.
Okay. I will give a yelp and stagger backwards, because that's a really hefty hit for me.
And then it's going to leap sort of past you and bite at Roger. And that is a 9.
Does not.
So,
Get through
Roger
DC.
is far too adept a warrior to allow
This is my thing. I'm a fighter.
The second wearer draws a small crossbow from within its sort of robes, points it at Eduardo, and fires.
Wait. Can I use a cunning action to disengage?
Disengage would mean you're heading away from the combat
Okay.
at this point, because you're not actually in combat with anybody.
Right, sure.
But because I'm a combat bard, once we find out what the roll is, that d6 that I gave you,
Yeah.
you can roll it and subtract it from his roll or from the damage that you take. So potentially...
I wouldn't think you'd need to,
Okay.
Okay.
because they rolled 11.
Okay.
So what's your armour class?
14.
14, so it misses. It sort of glances off your shoulder and the bolt disappears into the gloom.
Amazing.
And that second one is a little bit too far away to make any attack on De Niro, so you get away scot-free this round.
Nice.
So, it is now Roger's turn.
Scimitar out.
Yep.
This guy's already in my face. He's tried to
Yeah,
fight me.
you're already
so
in another
we're
combat.
we're just going to swing at him.
Okay.
Have one of these. Oh, 2.
That's a D12.
That's D12.
So,
All right,
let's
hope.
roll again.
Go. That's better. 21.
21, that is a definite hit.
Fantastic. And we do 6 points of damage.
Okay, 6 points of damage. Okay, yowls in anger as you open up this great stripe across him. Okie dokie. Now it's De Niro's turn. What's De Niro doing?
Which one is closer to me?
Probably the one fighting engaged with Roger.
So I use Eldritch Blast on him.
Okie dokie. Let's just check how Eldritch Blast works.
He's 1d10.
I'm just checking if you need to make a test to cast it. I think you probably do.
Probably, yeah.
It's a spell attack, I think.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, you make a ranged spell attack.
So 17
That's a hit.
and 4.
Okay. So this arc of eldritch energy shoots out of your paw, and crackles into the flesh, and you smell the scent of burning fur.
Oh, it's not beef.
Okie dokie. Bart the Bard.
So there's one engaging Roger, and then there's one further away with a
Hand crossbow.
hand crossbow. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just checking. Right, incessant barking I think is a bonus action. So what I will do is I would cast Vicious Mockery on the one with the crossbow so that he can't hit us as easily. So I will mock him and wave my tongue at him and wave my ears at him and generally be revolting towards him. And then I'm going to unleash a barrage of frantic yapping and barking and jumping around and chasing my own tail. Any creatures within 15 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw or immediately move 10 feet further away. If they don't or can't move, they get stunned for D3 turns instead.
I know they do. I wrote that rule. It's only enemy creatures though.
Okay.
So, a wisdom saving throw. So I don't know if they're both close enough or if it's just the one fighting Roger.
It would just be the one fighting Roger.
Okay.
Oh no! You could fit both in.
Cool.
Okay, so the first one passes. The second one fails.
Excellent.
So one of them is basically slaps its hands to its ears and begins to try and drown you out with a barrage of insults aimed at you, but you're far too. You've been through
I've
far
heard
too
it.
many,
I've died on stage many
far
times.
too many open mic nights. So it's you are absolutely fine.
Okay.
It is writhing in frustration as you
Cool.
yap and yap and yap.
Excellent.
Okay, and Eduardo.
Okie dokie. I have my rapier. What do I roll against? Which skill is that against?
So you just roll
Yep.
and add the bonus
Sure.
there, and you compare that to the enemy's armor class, which is
Alrighty.
12.
Okay. So 24.
24. So that is a definite hit. So
Yes.
roll as your damage.
1d8 plus 3, yeah?
Yep.
8.
8. Okay, so you kind of, as Roger forces it back with this huge strike of the scimitar, you use your light, elegant rapier to pierce his guard and drive home, doing horrible damage to it.
Fantastic.
It is extremely upset and is kind of clutching at wounds and backing away, and its fellow sort of comes up from behind to kind of replace it as it shelters behind him. So we are back to the top. So the injured were-rat sort of disappears behind, draws out his hand crossbow, which it has, and fires at Roger. And rolls a natural 1. So the crossbow, the string snaps, and in fact inflicts 2 points of damage to him as it sort of scratches across his arm, and you can see it's really
It's not his day.
stinging. No, it's really not his day. The other one is going to try and now that Eduardo's come forward, it's going to try and attack Eduardo with its sword. That is a 19, 23, so that's a hit. And it does 5 points of damage.
Could you
You could
decrease?
roll. You could decrease that with my.
Yeah.
If
Not
you
if you're
get a
free.
5 or a 6, the damage is negated entirely.
Sure.
Oh! 6.
So with almost impossible luck, just as this blade is about to bite home, you're not there anymore. the kind of salmon twist of your body, you're away.
Can I ask a question, Mr. DM? I have the dog bard ability with a little help from your friends. If the bardic inspiration dice is used on a successful roll, the character that used it can pass it to an ally within 15 feet. Does that count as a success?
That does not count as a
That does not
successful
count.
roll.
It was worth a try.
Okay, brilliant. So it is now Roger.
Roger. So, I'm not engaged with anyone currently, am I? That one's run off. The
other one's
injured
sort
one's
of come forward, but it's more concerned with Eduardo, so
Yeah.
you're not...
I'm going for that injured one. I'm finishing the job.
Wow, okay.
Try and bite me.
Absolutely ruthless.
They are, yeah.
Right, yeah, okay, absolutely fine.
Right.
You're going to have to move up, so
Yeah,
that'll be
so
it.
spend 30 foot of movement, run over to him, and then going for, not a bite, I'm going to use my scimitar. There's that 2. 7.
I'm afraid.
I got too caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
Ugh!
Okay, Danira.
So there is only one left now.
No, one of them's backed off, and Roger's chasing him down. One of them is now sort of dueling with Eduardo.
So you are running away again with someone.
I'm chasing down the injured one.
I think running away might be
Running
a
away,
bit of a hard definition.
Finishing the job.
If the enemy runs, he's gonna go after him forever.
He is a dog.
I'm a dog, and
So
he's got
I'm
a
gonna
tail.
try to help him. I'm gonna try to help him.
Okay, what are you doing?
Another blast. I'm good.
Okay, make me another ranged spell.
Oh, it's this rat.
7.
7. Ah, no, the
Failed.
light, the sort of the magic doesn't spark properly, and it puffs out in your hand. Bart.
So, last turn I forgot that Vicious Mockery does damage, so I won't forget that this turn. I think what I will do is the one that the crossbow string broke, presumably isn't able to do anything right now because they're trying to fix the crossbow, or they got another weapon out, or...
Well, they're the one who was injured,
Right.
so it's basically now kind of readying itself for a fight with Roger.
Okay. I will inspire Roger.
What does this mean?
And this means we get a second poem.
A short poem by Bartholomew called Roger. Drink up me hearties yo-ho, 'cause Roger is raring to go. He's laughing and chuckling, and always swashbuckling, the happiest fighter you know.
Even the hideous rat creatures are moved to applaud that one.
Right, so that's a D6 inspiration dice. And that's my action, isn't it? Doing bardic inspiration, so I can't cast anything else. So can I then? Have I got enough distance to close the gap to where Roger is and get around the rat to try and assist him in the fight?
Ooh.
Yes,
I will
say you do.
rush over and do that to aid my friend.
Glorious. Eduardo,
Yes.
what are you doing?
So they still need attacking, right?
Oh, always.
Yeah. Then that is what will come to pass. Oh no! It won't come to pass because I rolled a 1.
Wow, a fumble.
Yeah.
Should I inflict a horrible penalty for making a fumble? As it's been a while since you played D&D, I shall let you off. Dropping your blade or something equally calamitous. Okay, so...
I nod to the cat gods.
Yeah, the trickster cat god is Tom of the Alley. So that's who you'll have to be thanking. You have to be dedicating something to him when you get back to town. Okay, so the uninjured were-rat is going to sort of basically, you were so bad with that rapier, he's decided you're not even worth bothering about. He's going to go straight for Danira now. So,
Harsh.
Thank you.
And it's barely better than Eduardo, because he rolls a 2, which so a 6, which is not going to be enough, I don't think.
The curse of the twos appears to be spreading.
Yeah. And he's sort of chuckling with how incompetent his previous adversary was, and then nearly drops his sword himself. So he doesn't look great. We're engaging Roger, and soon to be flanked by Bart, is going to attack. Is going to swing its short sword at Roger. 13.
14.
Ah, it doesn't. Ooh. And it gets a second attack. And rolls even worse.
Good.
So it's swift flailing about it, but it is basically maddened with injury and confusion and doesn't have a clue what it's doing. So basically, they've both been dreadful. Roger's chance to make things count.
All right. So Bart's arrived. We flanking yet, or
Bart is there, ready to assist.
Okay, right. Advantage time. So swinging that scimitar. I'm glad you're here to assist, but it's not going to help me.
Not even with the inspiration.
Not even with the inspiration,
I was going to say, I can have the inspiration, can't I? Probably not. 11, 16.
That's enough.
I scrape my way through it. Get in. Thanks, Bart. And we do 9 damage.
Okay, so sometimes horrible creatures have to die. How do you kill him?
So I'm going to jump up onto his chest, push him over Bart, hence the assist.
Nice.
And then the scimitar is coming across his face, and the camera just pans up to the wall, and we see a little bit of fleck of red.
Okay.
Very tasteful.
Yeah.
PG.
PG.
Excellent PG kill there.
And
family.
The little help for your friends kicks in, which means you can give that inspiration die to one other person.
Well,
they can't pass it on afterwards, but they get to use it.
Well, I think Eduardo.
Daenerys.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Daenerys being attacked, so I'll pass it on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
D6
Yeah.
with me.
Use on your roll, or if you get attacked and you see what they roll, you can roll it and add it to your armour.
Speaking of, it is Daenerys' turn.
So there is one left.
There is just the one left, yes. And he's looking particularly frightened right now, given that he's just seen Roger finish off his friend.
I'm not sure about this. Can I use catnap and make him asleep?
Yeah, I don't see why you can't cast sleep. It just allows you to cast sleep as basically a cantrip.
Yeah.
Just check sleep. It's about a minute it falls asleep for, I think, per level. You'd be casting as a first level spell.
Nice. Then we can interrogate him.
Yes.
Yep. And I've been good because I'm not killing it.
That's a very low bar, isn't it?
Yeah, it takes one action and a minute to do. So you can, so roll 5d8.
5d8.
Yep, that's the total hit points of the creatures you can.
Sleep is going to be super effective against one monster.
Yes, you can put to sleep.
Do you need some?
I need one more. No,
DX
yours is
just
cursed.
flying. Oh wow.
Whoa, 14 here, 15, 28.
28. Okay, yeah,
Thank you.
just about enough to put it to sleep.
I got an extra one if I need.
Oh yeah, well no, you're all right. It drops. It's halfway between raising its short sword to bring down on your head, and it just goes, "Ugh," and it's asleep. And just like that, a cavern that was moments ago alive with the sounds of combat is silent.